Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing a prediction and breakdown of Edson Barboza versus Bryce Mitchell taking place this weekend on the main card of UFC 272, Covington versus Masvidal. And this is a pretty big fight in the featherweight division. And honestly, besides Covington Masvidal, and I guess you can say Dos Santos Moicano, Barboza Mitchell is one of the biggest fights on this card. And I've been looking forward to this matchup for a very long time. Edson Barboza, as we know, coming off that loss to Giga Chikadze in his last fight, got TKO'd there. Almost got submitted, which I'll be saying in this video. But he got TKO'd there. Beat Shane Burgos before then. You kind of know the theme of Barboza's career. Got robbed here against Ige and Felder. I thought he won against Felder. I thought he clearly won against Ige. The Feather one's close, but the Ige one, you can't give that to Ige. There's just no way. Got KO'd by Gaethje, beat Dan Hooker. Lost to Khabib, Kevin Lee. You know the theme of Edson Barboza's career. He's 2-2 in the featherweight division, unless he's 3-1 really, if you count that Ige win. But Bryce Mitchell, on the other hand, hasn't fought in a while. 27 years old, Bryce Mitchell, coming off that win over Arn Feely. Looked pretty good against Feely. It was a close fight, but he eventually got the better of it against Feely. And it's pretty good to out-grapple Feely. Because, no one really out-grapples Feely. Destroyed Charles Rosa. That was a dominant performance. I think a judge scored that 30-24. Crazy. That is crazy to me. Got the twister over Matt Sills, as we know. We kind of know the theme of Bryce Mitchell. We kind of know the theme now. He slowly builds each fight. Like Bobby Moffitt beat him, beat Matt Sills, then beat Charles Rosa, a better guy. Feely, a better guy. Now he's stepping against Barboza. I like this for Mitchell. Who do I think wins this fight? I do believe Bryce Mitchell will win this fight against Edson Barboza, and I think he'll get a submission. In the later rounds of this fight. I think round 3 or something. I do believe Bryce Mitchell is going to win this fight. I think Bryce Mitchell wins. I think he's got this one in the bag. I think Barboza's kind of done in his career, man. I think Barboza still has a little bit in the bag. Junior Barboza. I think he still has a little bit left in the tank. Tank, I meant, not bag. 36 years old. Another KO loss in his career to Giga Chikadze. And Chikadze's a guy that just got destroyed by Callum Cater, so that's not really aging well at his best. But, Chikadze eventually figured him out. Chikadze was better in that one. I did choose Barboza to win that. I didn't do predictions then. Well, I did do predictions for pay-per-views. I didn't do it for fight nights then, but I was originally picking Chikadze to win. Or not Chikadze, I was originally picking Barboza to win that fight. I said Barboza would win by 49-46 decision using his grappling. Chikadze eventually got on him. He eventually got onto him. Eventually got TKO in the 3rd round. And was just breaking down Barboza, man. Barboza he didn't look great in that fight against Chikadze. He beat Shane Burgos, of course, the delayed reaction KO. But the one fight I look at is the Makwan Amirkhani and Dan Ige fight. Makwan Amirkhani. He was getting out grappled by Makwan in that fight, man. Makwan was out grappling Barboza. And Makwan Amirkhani, as I said before, doesn't really have the best gas tank in the world. Let's be real. And Makwan Amirkhani, I think on short notice as well. Yeah, he was supposed to fight Sadiq Yusuf. Out-grappled Barboza in the 3rd round. And he took that on short notice. And Makwan Amirkhani is a guy that fights. When he fights a step up, he kind of just seems to fail. We can go to Makwan's career here. Lost to Lerone Murphy. I almost said Lauren Murphy. Lerone Murphy. Kamala Kirk against Allen Burgos. You see the theme for Mach 1. And Mach 1 on short notice. This seems how a bit suspect Barboza takedown defense and cardio is. You know, short notice, outgrappled Barboza. Barboza was, I think I already knew he was winning, so he just gave it up for Mach 1, but you gotta look at that, man, you know? And Bryce Mitchell's a guy that has awesome level grappling. Really great grappling. Trains at Barboza MMA. Yeah, just how much people, but Bryce Mitchell has really good grappling. We can see that in his fights. Charles Rosa destroyed him, you know? He destroyed Charles Rosa, and he destroyed him. There's not much you could say there. Rosa had nothing. And I know I don't take this hard usually. Had nothing for Bryce Mitchell in that fight. He had nothing. Like, stand up maybe, but he was probably the same level of stand up with Mitchell. And one thing in Mitchell's career, he has really underrated footwork in his career. We've seen this against Andre Fili. Andre Fili, this guy that just I know. Don't look at the result like that against Pineda. He was destroying Pineda, so that's kind of aging well for him. But not Barboza. Mitchell has really underrated footwork. We've seen this against Fili. Like, he got cracked by a big shot by Fili, and he was like, oh, I felt that one. And his corner was like, move. He really moves, Mitchell. Really moves a lot. Barboza, we've seen this. I don't want to make this into a curse. Against Dariush, I know he got the flying knee over Dariush, but was getting really annoyed by Dariush moving around a lot. And Dariush, I know now he's a top lightweight contender, playing one fight away from a title shot. But like, you know, he was kind of toying Barboza before the flying knee KO. Of course, there is that flying knee KO possibility here for Barboza to KO Mitchell out cold, and that could happen. I just don't see it, because Mitchell, he has underrated stand-up, because he does have stand-up here, and I think he does have underrated stand-up here, and I think he does have underrated stand-up. Like, we've seen this, like against Fili, Andre Fili, you know, underrated stand-up, you know, he was looking okay with Fili. He doesn't have the stand-up where it's like, oh, I'm gonna get a knockout blow here. It's kind of like he sets it up with his stand-up. Like, he has the stand-up, he's awkward stand-up, moves around, great cardio as well for Bryce Mitchell. And like, if you see in Bryce Mitchell's career, he kind of sets stand-up for takedown. He sets it up, like, he switches stances a lot, he moves around. And I think that's going to really frustrate Barboza here. Of course, if people are picking Barboza, I would pick him by first round KO. Because, like, I think Mitchell's like glue, man. If he gets to, like, you sprawled that takedown. Sprawl another one for me. You know, sprawl like 5 more for him. Sprawl it for the rest of the fight. And if Barboza had insane cardio, maybe pick him. But, like, you can say that from the Mach 1 fight, but Mach 1 doesn't have great cardio, man. He doesn't have great cardio. He doesn't have good cardio at all. I know he got a third round KO over Shane Burgos, but I watched that one back 2 days ago, or a day ago, yesterday I think. That fight was starting to turn the tides a little bit. Until Barboza landed that weird, invincible third punch that put Burgos down. You see, that fight was starting to turn the tide. I know it was pretty even. If it went to a decision, it probably would have gone to Edson Barboza, but Burgos was starting to do good. Burgos just bounced back against Quarantillo, so that is aging well for Barboza. Mach 1's not really at all, and Ige took him down, man. Ige took him down. I know Barboza was winning that fight, and he could have won. I thought he won 2-1 to that fight. But the round where, I think third round, where Ige got him down, I just don't see it, man. I know Burgos Barboza lost the third round final with Burgos, but Burgos didn't take him down. He was trading with them on the feet, and Burgos had an iron shin. So I think he knew nothing and didn't think of maybe Barboza KOing him. And he still has a good shin burst, but after that, not really that great. Well, not at where it was. I'll put it that way. But I just don't think Barboza has it anymore, man. I think this is just a perfect matchup for Bryce Mitchell. I think this is a perfect matchup for him. Barboza has a lot of things focused on, and he'll have to focus a lot in this fight. Worrying about the takedown, Mitchell having the awkward stand-up, and Mitchell has to worry about is the power, the knockout. I know that's a lot of things. I'll put it into small. He has to really worry about the knockout and that flying knee. I think he should. If I was Mitchell, I'd make Barboza miss a flying knee. Just make him do a flying knee, and Mitchell will just be like, why? Like, he'll just be standing there. That's what Mitchell should do. But I just don't trust Barboza at this point in his career. Mitchell is a guy that has an undefeated mindset, undefeated record in pro. He does have an undefeated record, undefeated in the UFC and pro. And Barboza, lots of losses recently. And this is probably the longest layoff too. I said in the Shikedji fight, this is the best we've ever seen Barboza. After that, it was kind of a little bit of a derailment, all that Burgo Mark 1 stuff just gone. And I don't see him getting this one done. I think Mitchell's going to get it. Mitchell, nothing to worry about in life as well. Barboza has kids, wife. I think he does anyways. Mitchell, all he has is animals to take care of, which, it's just, he has a farm, Mitchell. I think he wins it, man. I think Mitchell's going to get this one done. He's younger, 27 years old. I know Mitchell's also going to have a layoff. I forgot to say that earlier in the vid. And maybe that first round's going to be tricky for him. I think when the rounds go on, I think we're going to see a Bryce Mitchell that's dominating Barboza. And I don't see this going well. I think Mitchell, if I was Mitchell, fake takedowns, Mitchell. Make Barboza miss that flying knee. Just make him do a flying knee. Well, Mitchell's just standing there like, what are you doing? And just be safe in that first round. That's what I would do if I was Mitchell. Be safe in that first round. Of course, we did see Feely, he did break his hand in the Feely fight, and he still came back and won. I think he was winning the fight. He won the first round and third round, I think. I think Feely could have won the second round, but even then, Mitchell can win that second round with a broken hand. I think he broke it with like the thumb or something on Feely's head. But I just don't see it. We've seen these days Charles Rosa make close fights with people ever since that Mitchell. Mitchell dominated him. And I say it, dominated him. Even back then, Rosa had a close fight with Shane Burgos until Burgos beat him. But we see Derek Menner dominated Rosa, but not as Mitchell. Mitchell was kind of like with Rosa. He toyed with Rosa. He was kind of like, wait, can I go for this mission? Nah, I'm gonna go for this mission. Nah, I don't know. He kind of chose submissions. Like, if you had a rear naked choke attempt, and I would take it. Take it when you can. Mitchell was like, you know what, I'm gonna do this. No, I'm gonna do this. I don't know. Should I? It was kind of like that. I think this guy's on another level. The layoff is gonna be suspect. Well, not suspect, but he did break his hand, so he had to take some time off. But if you're picking Barboza, I would pick him by first round KO. Flying knee. or just KO in general with punches. I mean, I just don't see this going well for him. He's getting older, you know. I think Bryce Mitchell's gonna win. I think not just because of the grappling. I think the stand-up's gonna trick Barboza, and Barboza's gonna have a lot of things to think about. I think he'll look good early. Maybe he drops Mitchell in round 1 or something like that. I think he could just drop Mitch. I think he'll chop at the legs of Mitchell. Maybe the leg kicks will be there. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna go for Bryce Mitchell though, winning this fight. And I'll say, third round. What should I go with? I know he likes a twister, but I don't think he's gonna risk it here against Barboza, because Barboza and Matt Sales are different levels altogether. But I think he's gonna get like a safe submission. Maybe a rear naked choke, but I'm gonna go arm triangle in the third round for Bryce Mitchell here. I think he'll do the bullyish type submission and get the job done over Edson Barboza. Really good fight in the featherweight division. I'm really looking forward to this one. Maybe more than the co-man. Dos Santos Moicano. We weren't not as much as Dos Santos Fizia, but Dos Santos Moicano is a last minute thing. So maybe more than that. Not Covington Hospital, of course. That's just like far from any of the fights. But I'm gonna go for Barboza. Not Barboza. No. Don't curse this for me. I'm gonna go for Bryce Mitchell. Bryce Mitchell will win. By third round submission, arm triangle. Barboza will tap out. I think Mitchell after though on the mic. Who should he win? Who should he take on if he wins this? I know he has a 5-inch reach disadvantage, Bryce Mitchell, but I think he'll be good. And Bryce Mitchell may shock us. May shock us with the striking. Maybe crack Barboza here and there. But I think overall he's gonna get. I think he's gonna get a submission win. Use his grappling for the victory. But on the mic after, who's next after? What should he say on the mic? He'll talk about the Arkansas and that. If I was Mitchell, yeah. We've seen it in the featherweight division recently. I'll go to it right now. UFC. We can go in the featherweight rankings right now. Max Holloway. He's gonna wait out for the winner of Volkanovski TKZ. Ortega versus Rodriguez in the works. TKZ fighting Volkanovski. They're gonna do maybe Cater, but they're probably gonna do Cater versus Emmett. Arnold Allen is taking on what's his name? Dan Hooker in UFC London. Ige's fighting Evloev. Chikadze maybe? They both beat Barboza, but no, Chikadze's coming off a loss. The winner of this one will be in a weird position. Weird but good position. I like number 9 or 8. I'd say 8 though. If it's Barboza, I think he'll just stay where he is. He does have the loss to Chikadze, and he does also technically have that loss to Ige, so he's gonna get held back by that. But Mitchell, he won't, because like he's undefeated, so he might just move up 8, 9 at least. It has to be 9 where Ige is. But if I was Mitchell, man, everyone's probably kind of booked, other than Chikadze, which why would you want to? And Max Holloway won't fight him. So Zabit Magomedov needs an opponent, and Max Holloway won't fight Zabit. Why would Max Holloway risk everything? So it's 2 wins. And Chikadze won't fight Zabit. Mitchell, man. Mitchell, call out Zabit on the mic. Talk about your Arkansas, and say like, hey, Zabit, you want an opponent or something? Say something like that or something. I don't know. If I was Mitchell, though, call out Zabit. You might actually get that matchup. And winnable. Just to point that out. Yeah, if Barboza wins or loses, if he loses, I don't really know. But if he wins, I don't even know either for Barboza. But if Mitchell wins, fight Zabit. 5-rounder as well. He could actually win it. win it. But yeah, 3-round is risky though. But 5-rounder, Mitchell could win it. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. This is a prediction breakdown of Edson Barboza versus Bryce Mitchell. And yeah, I'm really excited. Peace out, guys. Woo! Peace.